Focus! Hey guys, what?
Are you trying to block me out?
I was not trying to block you, babe.
I think you were.
Guys, welcome into Strong Confident Living.
Hi,
This is Laura St. John and Focus.
All by herself.
Scott
Hey.
St. John here too. Welcome to Strong Confident Living if you're new here or if you've been with us a long time. We are so excited that you're here. We are a community of fitness, nutrition, and mindset here to up spiral your life in a more positive direction every single day. So thanks for joining in. We are on day 3. Hey Sharon, hey guys tuning in. We are on day 3 of Belly Buster Challenge. And so far we've unleashed the Simple 6 meal plan. We've unleashed goal setting yesterday. And now we talked about getting from your baseline, which you can take your baseline, right? That was yesterday's broadcast, to now really how to get to point B. And we do this in the first week because this is important. So today's broadcast is, are you truly focused or are you just pretending to be focused? Because you can get stuck in busy work. You know who you are. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes me.
Right? No, but we all do it.
We all do. Yeah. I was just literally on the last hour, like, going through emails and scrolling on Facebook. And I was like, whoa. Focus. Focus. Where's my task list for today? And where are the blinders that are, granted, sure, you've got to do some busy work, but being productive, this is so important. So we've got some juicy tips to share about focus and what happens with your mind. So I'm going to draw out, because this is kind of funny, how my mind goes into focus when I go from point A to point B. Okay, so here's point A and here's point B. Okay, my mind looks at point B and I see a path that goes like this. It squiggles and it swirls. Okay, Scott St. John, you want to do your path?
No, you can do it.
All right, I know what his goes.
Boink.
Boink. Okay? Straight. There's no wrong answer, okay?
Nope.
When you guys are at point B, I love this Steve Jobs quote. He said, "You cannot connect the dots moving forward. You can only connect your dots looking backward." And I love that quote.
That's big.
Right? That's big because all of you, we're going to teach you now the power of focus on point B, because it doesn't matter what your path is going to look like as it unfolds over the next week.
Likely it'll change anyways.
It'll change.
Right? Your
Maybe
path
you'll get sick.
is not set in stone.
Right? Who would have thought in our first week that you'd be kind of having a head cold? Kinda. Right? So you just never know what life's curveballs are going to throw you, and you never actually get off your path. And I think that's a big lesson that we had to learn the wrong way, right? So we want to accelerate your path and help you light up your path by recognizing you're always moving forward, no matter what. And even if sometimes it goes like this, every day is a step forward. It actually isn't a step backward. Sometimes you might feel like you went down to go up, but that's fine. You're still moving to point B. And when you get to point B, you can look backwards and be like, oh, I'm sure, that's why all that happened.
But the biggest thing is you've got to recognize truly what point B is. I mean,
Yes.
This is what we just had a conversation about.
Yes.
Point B has to be so crystal clear.
What was your post today for your 365 book about goal?
If you don't have a goal, you'll never score. Right?
Okay. If you don't have a goal, you'll never score. That was yesterday's broadcast about how to set your goal and recognize where your baseline is today. So what is your target? If you don't know, like a kicker, kicking the football through the field goal, if you don't know where you're kicking, how are you going to get there? How are you going to get there? So yesterday is have the clear point B in your head for fitness, for nutrition, for what you want to feel like. And this is the secret sauce that we learned from our partners at GrowthU. Your mind can only be in one of 3 places at one time. You are either focusing on imagination and helping it move forward by actually seeing and feeling yourself at point B, or your mind is pulling up memory. Okay, now this is huge because if you don't love where you're at right now and you want to change, if you don't start imagining very clearly through the power of focus where you want to be. So it's either focus, imagination, or memory. Those are the 3 areas, okay? And we take that focus and we use the other 2 areas and say, where do you want to point your focus? Your imagination is always working. It's constantly running.
Sometimes
and it's
very, very heavy.
Very heavy for me, right in Laurelland. But
which is good.
It's either pulling up a memory of something that doesn't feel good, or it's pulling up imagination, which is helping you move forward. So what we want you to recognize in moving forward to point B is, if you don't want point B to look at something like exactly that you've had before point A, like if you kind of feel like you still have these, like, why can't I shake these patterns in my life? How come I keep getting stuck in this rut? Blah, 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 blah. You know, if things keep repeating and repeating and repeating, different stories, like different day, then point B is where you really focus your imagination.
Yeah. For imagination and clarity.
Clarity.
And
seeing it and feeling it in a way
it.
that doesn't beat yourself up. So when you look at point B and you're saying, I want to be in a bikini by the end of the 6-week challenge, you don't look down and then say, because I'm looking really gross right now and I feel terrible in my jeans, okay? Or I can't even fit into my jeans. And then you start beating yourself up. That is pulling up all the icky feelings that's going to bring out memory.
And I think one of those great ideas with this as well is imagining yourself already there, right? Acting like you're already at point B. You know, because you're setting yourself up for success that way. I mean, we had a conversation going through one of the threads of Strong Confident Living. Someone just wasn't happy with the results they're seeing, doesn't believe they're going to get there, and you have to believe you're already there.
It's huge.
It's so important.
It's so huge. So let's just say you already rocked that bikini and then you learned about the Simple 6 meal plan on Monday. Well, instead of throwing in the towel, maybe because you had some cake or ice cream last night, you know, what if you already were rocking that bikini? Well, then move forward today feeling like you're rocking that bikini. And then you look at your Simple 6 meal plan very differently, because you're like, I already feel good. I know I'm in that bikini. It feels amazing. My life is back on track. I'm getting, you know, exactly where I need to be. So I'm going to treat myself with really nourishing foods, or I'm going to go do this now. And I'm going to go work out now, because when I'm there, that is how I'm treating myself. You know, choices, business, you know, hey, we have some massive business goals.
Platinum.
So we wake up every day saying, well, when we're platinum, we're going to feel like this. So we're going to feel like this right now. What kind of actions and choices would we be making? Oh, this feels really good. You know, we're broadcasting, we're talking to our community, it's growing. All the things that we love to do with you guys. So we take on the same thing, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, nutrition, mindset, wherever you guys want to be at point B, go into, instead of memory, go into imagination and start clearly and vividly picturing it, because your mind, again, does not know the difference between what's real and what's vividly and consistently imagined.
Big point right there. I mean, can you say that again?
Your mind does not know the difference between what's real and what's consistently and vividly imagined. So imagine point B and how you feel at point B every single day.
Yeah.
And that is huge. When we
It's
learned
huge.
that from GrowthU, that was amazing.
Boom.
Amazing insight. Now I've read it in all these books, and it's just so incredible to tap into the power of your imagination. And then when your imagination decides to go into memory because it's pulling up something and maybe it's not great for you. Okay, so maybe you're doing isogenics for the first time, but you remember the last time you did something, it didn't succeed. Well, don't take that with you. Just be grateful for that experience that you've had when you pull up a past memory and say, I'm so grateful because I experienced that. I'm now going to be stronger because of it, and I'm moving forward in this new direction. So when your mind tries to pull up memories, your key is literally to have a positive experience that you kind of re-engineer it in your brain. So you look backwards in your past history, think about something that wasn't positive, and you're like, but wait, that's what made me now. How do I draw strength from that situation? So when my mind wants to pull it back in from memory, I actually am stronger because of it. Then you can move even more vividly into imagination and moving forward. So that is the juicy tip of today, right? Your mind is in focus, imagination, or memory. Where do you want it to be? You control your...
Feel it.
Yeah, you can consciously control it till it's planted and literally like imprinted in the back of your mind. So start imprinting the painting of your life that you want to see happen. That's literally as easy as it gets. Spend 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes before you go to sleep at night, picturing you at your desired goal, especially when you wake up in the morning, because then you start treating yourself all day like beautifully instead of beating yourself up, and that is just gonna accelerate you over the next 6 weeks.
Yes. Nice work.
I got it all out, babe.
I feel horrible right now.
Don't feel that.
Don't touch me.
Oh, that's right. Don't touch me. All right, guys. We love you. Thanks again. Share this out.
Thanks, guys.
And then spread the word that we're hitting 10,000. It's today. It's amazing.
Yes.
So by the time you guys watch this broadcast, whether it's on YouTube, whether it is whatever it is, and what you eat, what you do for exercise, yes, it affects everything. So like we said yesterday, set your baseline and set your goals for every single category of your life. And you're going to work at different paces with each one. But we're here every step of the way. That's why we've got the community. That's why we're all here cheering you on. Love you guys. Have an amazing day.